Good evening and welcome to the WCTV broadcast of this week's Game of the Week. My name is Parker Hazard, bringing you play-by-play coverage. Tonight's game featuring Summit High School Spartans. Going to be hosting the Page Patriots tonight, a Region 5, 5A matchup. Both teams are sitting at the top of the division right now. Summit 2-0, Page 1-0. Right now, both teams very evenly matched. It should be a great game to solidify first place in the district this evening. Got a little bit of support here tonight, a little spotter. My dad, Terry Hazard, going to be helping me out a little bit tonight. And we're in for a great evening of football this evening. Looks like it's going to be Summit kicking off to Page here. Back to receive for the Patriots. The number 19, JoJo Bruce, alongside Michael Burdick, number 10. A great, beautiful evening for football tonight. Starting to get that sense of football weather now here in late in September. Great crowd on hand this evening. Summit faithful showing out strong. They'll be supporting their team tonight. You know that's got to be great motivation for these guys to have so much support, as well as Page on the away game, having a good crowd on their side too as well. So as Quinn Slaughterhoff sets to kick the ball away, we are moments away of getting this football game started. And with the kick here, Slaughterhoff kind of does a little pooch. Going to be received by number 4. That's Buckley. Trying to find some space there, but he's taken down by Jatavion Hayes, helped out by, looked like number 10, Hunter Rogers there. So the offensive starters tonight for Page Patriots, we have Van Lindingham, Johnson, Lamont, Pierce, Burdick, and Kramer. Then on the offensive line, Rathbone, Harris, Mayer, Alsop, and Smith. It's going to be the offense for Page tonight. So as Landingham sets up, he's going to be in a pistol formation. A little bit of motion there by Burdick. Handoff up the middle, that's Bubba Johnson. Steamrolls his way. It's about a gain of 9, but we have a flag down on the field.
Number 3, Bubba Johnson, the running back. There's a flag in the backfield.
Bubba Johnson
13, Jonathan Myers.
Already showcasing his ability of power, dragging 2 to 3 Summit Spartan defenders with him. As the referees discuss the call here, we'll see what it is. Looks like a false start or legal procedure for the Patriots. So after a solid pickup by Johnson, already Page is going to be with the penalty bug. Here we see the defensive starters for Summit. We have Stem, Jaraz, Cloud, Jolly, Robert Holmes, Nick Johnson, Myers. Then the defensive backs, Ty Carter, Jatavion Hayes, Douglas, and Chandler Alexander to round the defense for the Spartans off. Going to be interesting to see how Page responds after the early penalty. Yes, it was only 5 yards, but definitely don't want to go backwards. So Lendingham sends Burdick in motion. Gives to Bubba Johnson. Looks like for about a gain of 6.
Bubba Johnson. He'll carry out at the 35 near the 36-yard line. It'll be second down and about 7.
So with a solid game by Bubba Johnson there, it's going to be second down and 7 from the 36-yard line. Give to Johnson again, and he is stuffed. First met by Chance Duraz there, along with a group of Spartans defenders. They were able to penetrate the offensive line of Page there and come up with a great stop. You know, that's something that Coach Coleman commented on during the coaches preview show, that it's going to be very key to stop the power running by Bubba Johnson and their large offensive line by Page here. And that was a great showcase by the Summit defense. So here we have 3rd and 7. Big third down play for the Summit defense. Manningham back to pass. Tucks it and runs away. Goes up to the far sideline and is able to pick up first down. Good job of improvisation by Manningham there. Showing off a little bit of dual threat action there to be able to come up with the first down. Keep the drive going for Page. As mentioned earlier, Page is coming in at 4-1. Their one loss was against Ravenwood, a 6A team that showing very strong this year. But they had a great game, better game than it was on the scoreboard. And then just coming in here with this important game tonight, so we have 1st and 10 here for for Page. Manningham pump fakes down to the far sideline and overthrows his intended receiver, Will Pierce, intended there on the pass. Jatavion Hayes with the coverage, able to stick with him the entire way there. Good defense. So after the incompletion, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Patriots on their own 46-yard line. Showing a healthy dose with this pistol formation is Page. Give's going to be to Johnson up the middle. Able to break through for a tackle and is off to the races on the left sideline. Getting a couple blocks there by the receivers. Great run there by Bubba Johnson. Reed Evans out there on the outside. Great blocking there for Page. Jatavion Hayes able to finally take him down. As we see here, Bubba Johnson just showing that resilience and being able to shed tackles. And I apologize, that was actually Will Pierce with the blocking downfield. Well, first down give to Bubba Johnson. He's stuffed and able to bring it out to the outside to get a positive gain.
Johnson, the ball carrier, spins away from one tackle. Brought down by number 13.
Have a hack down on the field. So you got about 3 or 4 yards there on the run by Johnson, able to find some space and get a positive gain out of it. Going to be a critical situation here for Summit defense. Backed up their own goal line here in their own end zone. That power attack by Page. See if they can come up with some big stops here. Motion by Page. Manningham back to pass. Completed to number 10, that's Burdick.
Pass is complete to number 10, Burdick.
Colton Jolly able to minimize the gain there by Burdick. Open field tackle there for him, so that's going to bring up 3rd down. And it looks to be about 7 yards. Ball on the 10-yard line for the Patriots. The Spartans are able to contain Bubba Johnson up the middle. Seems like their defensive backs are going to be able to do a good job stopping the receivers for Page. And having said that, Johnson up the middle there, going to be short of the first down. Great tackle by number 15. That was Jonathan Myers there on the stop. But a gain of 3, so that's going to bring up 4th and 3.5, 4 yards. And the Patriots are going to send out their field goal unit. Number 41, Bryson Strimley, to attempt field goal here. The kick is up and it is true. So the Patriots had a good drive there. Took some time off the clock, able to drive down, not able to get into the end zone, but still coming away with points. Always something you want to have. So with 7:42 left in the first quarter, Patriots lead the Summit Spartans 3-0. taking a look at some of the games going around the county tonight. We have the Fairview at Greenbrier. It's an undefeated Greenbrier team. Fairview trying to keep their winning ways and come up with the upset there. Centennial and Riverdale. Burtwood's going to be playing Nolensville High School. Franklin is going to be at Hendersonville tonight. And Ravenwood at Father Ryan. Be some of the, and Independence actually has a bye this week, so we won't be seeing any of the Eagles from Coach Blade's team. So with the first offensive possession of the Spartans coming, this offense of the Spartans has averaged 40-plus points a game with high-speed offensive play with their three-headed monster in the backfield and their wing T formation. Great blocking up front. Coach Coleman couldn't stress it enough how well his offensive line has been doing to open up lanes for Ty Carter and George Odemegwu and the rest of Colton Jolly and the other guys getting carries for them. We'll see if they'll be able to solidify that against one of the larger defenses they will face this year. So Page set to kick off, back to receive for the Spartans. It's going to be Weldon and Hayes. The kick is deep. And Hayes just lets it go. Excuse me, that's Weldon watching it sail through the end zone. So the ball's going to be out to the 20-yard line for the Spartans to start their first offensive possession of the game. So we see the defensive starters here for Page. We have Rathbone, Alsop, Harris, Bowers, Smith, Satterfield, and Harshaw in the linebacking core. We have Compton, Burns, and we'll see if we can get the rest of the defensive starters for Page after this first play here. Ethan Cash tossed to the left here to Ty Carter. Loses his footing just a little bit. It's tackled by number 11, Jacob Goins. And here we go, the defensive starters here in and off the secondary. Burns, Burdick, and Goins for the Patriots, the defensive backs. So had a solid, positive game by Carter there. It's going to be second down, about 5 from the 25-yard line. Ethan Cash getting his guys settled in, ready to go. A little toss to Ty Carter there on the left, over left tackle. We get a couple there. Offensive starters for Summit tonight. We have Ethan Cash at quarterback, Ty Carter, George Odemegwu, and Robert Holmes with the wing two running backs. Casey Johnson, Leatherwood, Quill, Catron, Woosley, and Davis with the offensive line for the Spartans. So after a gain of 3, it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Spartans here. Page looking to load up the box. Cash keeping the ball on the sneak there, and he's able to move the chain for a first down for the Spartans. Summit on offense isn't one of those teams to throw the ball a lot with their many different avenues they can do with their running game, but Ethan Cash has shown examples of his live arm that he has, and Coach Coleman has trust in it to keep defenses off balance to mix with the running game they have here. Is George Odemegwu taking it to the outside. A solid gain there. Tackled by number 21, Burns, for Page. So with Ty Carter being a senior this year, going to be going off to college, Odemegwu as a sophomore has proven that he is ready to take that starting position at running back. One of the more of the power running backs of the two, but still showing speed and awareness and vision to elude tackles and just be a great aspect of this offense that Coach Coleman runs. So on a second down here, it's going to be a toss to the left. Ty Carter shaking the defense. Still on his feet, refusing to go down. After a wonderful run and a great game by Carter there, we do see some laundry on the field. Looking like it's going to be some type of procedure or illegal motion, but cannot take away from Ty Carter here as we see him running to the outside. Looks like he's going to be stuffed right there, but he just refuses to go down. Just keeps trucking ahead. You never want to see penalties, but hopefully that run right there is going to be a good sign of what has come tonight for the Spartans from Ty Carter, especially with Bubba Johnson on the other sideline showing his power that's just undoubtedly one of the best in the county, maybe even the state. So with that penalty, it's going to draw him back 5 yards, bring up second down and 8 for the Spartans on their own 33-yard line. Cash is in the shotgun, sends Carter out to the right. Going to look to him for a swing pass, and we have another flag. Well, you know, this is something that the Spartans have dealt with a little bit. Granted, their wins have been handedly and high scoring, but this game tonight, being a regional district game against a very tough opponent with Page, penalties are not going to be acceptable, and they're only going to hurt you. Which, of course, I'm sure that's something that coaching staff will take care of. So after another illegal procedure penalty, we have second and 13 for Summit. I mean, a give to, looks like George Odemegwu there, stuffed and not able to get anything going on that running play there. Something we've seen in the past by the Summit offense, a little bit of a fake over the head snap with motion and a give to the inside running back. Just not able to work there for them. We see across the way there, Page's band showing their spirit and showing out for the Patriots tonight. Big third down coming up for the Spartans, 3rd and 11. Cash back to pass, looking deep to the right. And the pass is caught by Jatavion Hayes. Safe with the ball as he was bobbling it going out of bounds, able to regain possession. In single coverage there and able to beat the defender. Big third down conversion there for the Summit Spartans, and that's going to be 1st and 10 after the long pass gain from Ethan Cash to Jatavion Hayes. As we take a look here, a little bit of a fake pitch. Great protection for Cash, and he just sends the ball away, showing that live arm of his. And Hayes able to make the catch. And on 1st and 10 here, Carter able to get about a gain of 5. Goins, number 11, again in there for a tackle. Bring up second down and 6 for the Spartans. Give to Odemegwu up the middle. Seeing the hole there made by his offensive line and able to pick up the first down. Goins in there on a tackle helped by Satterfield for Page. So another solid pickup on the ground by the Spartans. Is going to bring another 1st down and 10 on their own 23-yard line. Officiating crew getting everything situated there. So the Spartans are driving. We are just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Page leading the Spartans 3-0. Another long drive here. Page had a long drive their first possession, and Summit's getting up to four minutes and some change as Cash rolls to the right. Looking. Finds his receiver. That is number 31, Christian Jolly. Ethan Cash wasn't sure if he was going to run it or not, able to regain his feet, look down the field, never left his eyes from looking down the field, and he finds Jolly for the touchdown for the Spartans. At first, it almost looked like a broken play, and then all of a sudden, Ethan Cash used his vision and mobility, able to find Jolly there for the score. Wide open, too. Might have been a little bit of miscommunication from the Patriots defense. Nonetheless, that is 6 points for the Spartans. Schlagenhoff adds the extra point. We have our first touchdown of the evening. So let's take a look here. So Cash rolling to the right. Didn't see anything down the field. He's flushed out of the pocket there. And able to find Jolly wide open. Looked kind of like he had a little blocking assignment and then flushed out into the flat. And was just unseen and untouched there for the touchdown for the Spartans. So 2:57 left in the first quarter. 7-3 Spartans. That's something for these Summit fans to get excited about. So as both teams get ready to set out for the kickoff, see what Page can do in their second possession here.
Just drive it through. Stop, rush, and roll. You can do that tonight. They're on port roll over by Zaxby's. Stop, rush, and roll.
Last week, Page is coming off a big win over 6A opponent Antioch, 36-0. They're looking, it was a big win for them, going against their first 6A opponent of the year. Excuse me, that would be their second with Ravenwood. And we're able to get a big victory there, trying to get that momentum into this week. As Summit continues to their high-scoring efforts, beating Columbia Central 48-27 last week. That was another big win. At the time, both teams tied in the district, and Columbia was undefeated. Solid win by the Spartans to solidify their first place position in the region, along with Page. Just can't stress enough how important this game is tonight. And we'll see how things turn out as Summit gets set to kick off. Schlagenhoff ready to boot it away. Sending it a little deeper this time, and it is received at the 10-yard line. Taken down to about the 29-yard line. Wasn't able to make out who returned that kick, but nonetheless is going to be 1st and 10 for Page.
The ball will be spotted at the 27-yard line of the Patriots, where they'll begin 1st and 10.
They're looking to get into the end zone in this drive. Lanningham calling out his signals, gets the snap. It's fumbled. Scoots it up, trying to make something out of it, and is forced out of bounds by a committee of Summit defense. It's going to be a loss on 1st down for the Patriots. So with the 4-yard loss there, Patriots going to have to regain some momentum here. 2nd and 14 on their own 24-yard line. Lanningham sends a man in motion. That's Burdick. He fakes it to him. keeps it himself and has nowhere to go.
Number 6, Jacob Van Lendingham
That-
keeps on the play. The quarterback option.
That defensive line of Summit able to have a good push and make a big stop there on second down. So with no gain on the play. Oh, hold the phone. There's a
3.5.
procedure penalty on the Patriots, and Coach Coleman decides to decline it.
And 15.
So going to be a loss of downs. Keep it at 3rd and 14. Looks like the ball's on the 23-yard line of Patriots. You would think this would be a passing situation for the Patriots. As Landingham has 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, flanked by Bubba Johnson. And quarterback keeper once again trying to catch Summit off guard, but not able to do so. Not able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th down. Both teams' special teams units heading out to the field. That's Tavion Hayes back to receive the punt. A rugby-style punt there by number 41, Strimler. With the flag, there is a flag down on the field back at the 25-yard line. As far as the punt goes, rugby style had a good roll for Page. As the referees discuss, we'll see what their call is. As of now, looks like Summit's going to have decent field position. And they negate the flag.
The play will stand. Summit will have the ball at the 36-yard line.
So Summit will regain possession and take the ball from the 36-yard line. Ethan Cash trots out to the field to give the play to his guys there on offense. Great drive by the Summit defense there, able to force Page to the 3 and out. See if the offense can take advantage of that and get some momentum of their own. As once again, we have another flag down the play. It's like an illegal motion, or another procedure penalty on the Spartans. Definitely something that going to have to get taken care of. You never want to be moving backwards, obviously, in this situation. So after the 5-yard penalty, brings up 1st and 15 for Summit. A little double handoff there.
The handoff goes to number 23.
Ends up with the Odomegu with a solid give. At first was given to number 25, Robert Holmes. Great trickery and misdirection there.
Bring up 2nd down. Around 5.
Odomegu brought down by Harshaw. So a solid gain of 6 there. As we get inside of 10 seconds of the first quarter, we'll see if Summit runs a play, and they do. Give to Ty Carter to the left side. Sheds 2 tacklers and forced out of bounds around the 45-yard line by number 23, Luke Bowers. Solid run by Carter there. And being forced out of bounds, stopping the clock, we will have time for no plays, excuse me. So that concludes the first quarter. So your score at the end of the first quarter, Summit leads Page 7-3 and are currently driving. We'll see if Page can stop the speed of the offensive Summit.
Todd Heisenberg, the secretary of the Gridiron Club, will take a moment and recognize James
So
Burkett,
with
South Washington.
a Region 5 district game tonight, we'll look at the Region 5 here. Summit and Page both undefeated at the top of the division there. Summit at 2-0 and Page at 1-0. Followed by Shelbyville Central, 1-0, Columbia 1-1. Franklin County 500 as well at 1-1. Lincoln County and White County both at 0-2. But as Coach Coleman did note today, it's not going to be looking past Franklin County. He circled that one on his calendar as to a game that he's going to be watching for. Nonetheless, so far we have a great one here tonight here in Thompson Station. So the two teams back on the field here to start the second quarter. Motion. Toss to the right to Ty Carter, trying to get some space on the edge there. Picks up about 4 yards. Solid game.
Takes the pitch. They'll come near side, get down to about the 41-yard line. Tackled by number 11, Jacob Goins.
Jacob Goins in there again on the tackle.
He's going to go for about 4. Second down and 6. The ball in.
Already seeming to be around a lot of plays there for the Patriots defense. So after a gain of 4, brings up second down and 6 for the Spartans. Give to Carter again up the middle. Plants his foot, goes to the left and tries to pick up some yards. Gets about 2 there. Number 75 Harris there for the tackle for Patriots. Going to bring up 3rd and short to make it a 3.5. See what the Summit offense decides to do here on 3rd and short. Ball on the 38-yard line. Give to the outside to Odemegwu. Trying to follow some blocks there. Going to be very close to the first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. Right on top of the 35-yard line here. We'll see. Trying to get behind this block there by number 78. That was Trevor Kuehl. Almost kind of outrunning his blocker there, but nonetheless, they were able to pick up the first down. On the 35-yard line, Summit keeps surging along here on offense. Quarterback Cash directing these guys around, has Odemegwu in motion, rolling out to the right, looking over the middle, and it is caught. Number 36, Danny Jackson, with a 35-yard touchdown reception there. What a rope Ethan Cash threw there. Great blocking. He had plenty of time, able to go over his reads and finding his receiver. Single coverage, great route running, got some space. Dropped it in on a dime, perfectly able to run after the catch, in for 6 for Summit. Starting off here for the extra point. It's low, but it is good. You know, Dr. Qualls always gives Coach Coleman a hard time about the amount of throws Cash gets to do, or lack thereof, but a few passes tonight and 2 touchdowns. Something we have not seen this year, that the touchdowns by Summit are not rushing touchdowns. As we see here, Cash rolls out to the right, looking great. Boy, sorry, I just had to watch that pass there. It was a great pass. Great protection up front. And Jackson able to haul it in and stroll right on into the end zone. So if you're on Page's sideline, yes, it's very early in the game, but there's got to be a little bit of sense of urgency on the offensive side of the ball. 2 possessions, one coming into a field goal, the other 3 and out. And then Summit able to capitalize on those opportunities on offense and get some points on the board. So we'll see if Page can use that running attack that they have. Maybe get the ball back into Bubba Johnson's hands. Only carried the ball once last series. As mentioned, great crowd on hand. Even more has shown up since the broadcast started. Always good to see here at high school football. Slugenhoff with the kick. That'll be another pooch. Picked up off the bounce by number 19 there for Page, and is able to get a seam, staying on his feet and taking it out of bounds close to the 50-yard line. Take a look here on that reception off the bounce. So that was JoJo Bruce there on the return. Get some decent blocking up front and refusing to go down, getting as much yards as he can. And the Patriots are going to start with great field position. The 1st and 10, the give's going to be to Bubba Johnson up the gut. And just lowering that head and powering the way forward. About a gain of 12 there. Hard run by Johnson there is going to bring up a 1st down. As we see here, great pull by the offensive line, just pulling a gaping hole there for him to go through. Again, showing his power and refusing to go down. So 1st down here. Bubba not able to get much room there, able to get about a yard. Good job by the linebacking core of Summit to stuff up that hole. Tackling by committee is going to be a big key here tonight for the Spartans with that rushing attack by a big running back in Johnson. So ball on the 38-yard line of Summit, 2nd down and 9. Linningham takes the snap. Off tackle give to Johnson again. Positive, but short gain. It's going to be number 55 on the tackle for Summit. Chance to rise. So 3rd and long here for the Patriots. Let's see if they'll let Lanningham unload that arm of his. He is back to pass. Chucks it deep to the right side. Oh, barely overthrows his intended receiver. Looks like that was Hayes there on the coverage. Intended receiver on the play was Will Pierce, as we see pretty throw by Lanningham. Put only in the spot that his receiver could catch it, maybe just a touch too much. Good effort there by Pierce, attempting to make the catch. So 4th and 7. Page looks like might be a little bit out of field goal range. Too close to punt, so we'll see what they can come up with here on the 4th down conversion. Lanningham is pressured, rolls out to the right. Throw looks to be incomplete. Yeah, had a little bit of a skip action there. The intended receiver, number 10, Burdick. Great pressure by number 52, Zach Claus there, forcing number 6, Lindingham, out of the pocket and forcing him to make an inaccurate throw. So with a turnover on downs, the Spartans on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Toss to the right to Carter. Makes a move. Makes 3, 4, 5 guys miss on the right side. Surges ahead. A 22-yard gain there by Carter. Showing off some fancy footwork there. Just watch a great body of work by Carter here on this replay. Cuts it inside, plants that foot down. Little shades of retro Marshall Faulk there by Ty Carter, and able to pick up a great gain. A couple Patriots in there able to bring him down. So after the carry by Carter, it's going to be 1st and 10. Carter again on the right tackle. Kind of dives and gets a gain about 6 there. So 2nd and 4 from the Patriot 36-yard line. Big playability by Ty Carter, able to change field position quickly for the Spartans. Odemegu in motion, gets the give to the left side. Tries to cut it back in the middle. Looks like he picked up the first down, judging by the spot. And the chains are moving. Setterfield, number 44, in there on the tackle for the Patriots. Not letting Odemegu get any more space to get any extra yards on the play. The ground attack of Summit in play here. Ty Carter's going to get a rest on the sideline. Looks like number 24, Peyton Craig, into the game at tailback. 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Craig with the give. Trying to find some space there off the right tackle. Gets a couple. Peyton Craig, another senior for the Spartans, running back. Lots and lots of speed he showcased last week against Columbia. Great asset for the Summit offense when to get Carter some rest and have deep running back core to be able to solidify their offense. So after a short gain of 2, and he's 2nd down and 8. Give is going to be to Craig again. Tackled by, looks like number 73 there for the Patriots. Daniel Vaughn and number 30 Harshaw both in there for the tackle. Craig was able to pick up the first down for the Spartans. So as the change move once again, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Patriot 21-yard line. 5.5 minutes in closing the first half here. Give is to Odemegu, and he has nowhere to go. Great push by number 44 of the Patriots. That's Jackson Satterfield. Able to meet Odemegu at the line and give him nowhere to go. So after a no gain, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Cash takes the snap, pitches to the right to Ty Carter. Trying to get to the outside. Great defensive stop by number 10, Burdick. Able to shake off that tough stiff arm by Carter and take him down to get a short gain of 3. It's a big stop right there by Burdick. If he was not able to take him down, Carter's looking at the end zone. So with that stop, brings up 3rd and 7, 18-yard line. That's Cash rolling out to the right. Getting pressured, trying to make something happen. Not able to, and he is going to be sacked. Looks like he got maybe a yard. It'll be Jacob Dahl there on the tackle. Trying to make something happen with his feet. Just wasn't able to. That was Dahl and Vaughn on the tackle for the Patriots. Going to bring up a field goal here for the Spartans. It's a low kick. It's making it, and it looks like it is good. Oh, bad angle on my part. Looks like it missed left. It had the height and distance. Sorry about that, folks. My angle here is not as good as I'd like it to be, but so with the missed field goal, great defensive stand by Page. Finally able to keep Summit out of the end zone. Missed field goal. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Plenty of time to get some points on the board. Cut it close going into halftime. So as Van Lendingham gets his troops in line here, it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Takes a snap, gives to Johnson up the middle, and looks like he makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Number 55, Jaraz and Nick Johnson, number 40, in there helping each other get the tackle. So with the short gains, going to bring up 2nd and 9. The clock rolling. We'll see what Page decides to do here on their play calling. And looks like timeout is called by the Patriots. Looks like they didn't like what they saw on the other side or with their personnel, so be a break in the action on the field. 2:38 left in the first half. 14-3, Summit leads Page. So we've mentioned that Bubba Johnson on the Page side, the running back, has been one of the top running backs in the county and maybe even the state. On the season, he has 9 total touchdowns. 9 total touchdowns. He has, 107 carries for 696 yards coming into the night. That is top 5 in the county, I believe, if I remember correctly. So he definitely has the ability for a breakout game or even break out a big run, and with his offensive line, with a good push. But just so far, Summit's defense has answered the call and able to hold him to short gains and resulting in making Page pass the ball, and it just hasn't worked out for him. As we see a little bit of miscommunication there as Landingham and Johnson fumbled the ball, and it is going to be picked up and recovered by number 25 of Summit. That's Robert Holmes. Big untimely turnover by Page. As we see here, maybe it looks like Landingham was looking to pull that ball back and roll right and pass the ball, but Johnson accidentally knocked it loose. And right as I'm talking about that fumble, Ethan Cash has the ball slip from his fingers and is able to fall on the ball to regain possession. Right now is definitely not the time that either one of these teams want to start turning the ball over. So with the fumble by Cash, it's going to be a loss of 1. So 2nd down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Drops back to pass. Pressured and sacked. Drops back to pass. Page's front 4 overrides the offensive line of Summit and is able to penetrate and sack Ethan Cash. So a 6-yard loss on the play. The clock running just over 1 minute left in the first half. We're going to be 1:18. Summit's going to have a long 3rd down and 17 on the 25-yard line. Got a draw give to Carter, and he's tripped up. So there's number 75, Jonathan Harris, able to stick his arm out there. So with the big stop, 3 and out by the Page defense, they are able to call a timeout, stop the clock at 1:03. At the worst, give up 3 points here if Summit is able to convert on a field goal after Slugenhoff missed the first attempt on the last drive that they had. But then again, Coach Coleman is known to roll the dice a little bit, and we'll see what he decides to do. You know, if you get the first down, keep the clock running, negates any type of chance that Page will get to get points on the board in the first half, or does he go conservative with the field goal? We'll see. It looks like Slugenhoff is on his way out to the field. Excuse me, my eyes deceived me. That was number 35. And so Summit is actually going for it on 4th down. Cash back to pass, going deep to the right to Ty Carter, and he makes the catch. Makes the catch for a touchdown from Summit. What a throw by Cash. Ty Carter was out to the right there, wide right, and just had a little seam route. Perfect pass by Ethan Cash as we have a Spartan down on the field, and it looks to be Ethan Cash. Hope everything's okay. But on that play, Coach Coleman able to roll the dice, and again, Cash just showcasing his arm that he has the ability to throw the ball. And if I'm not mistaken, even in this first half, the most I've seen him throw the ball in one game already here, and has 3 touchdown passes. Just showing different looks that Spartans can come up with on the offensive side of the ball. The Cash is up. A little bit of aid coming off the sidelines, but that's always good to see. So with the 25-yard touchdown pass completed to Carter, with the extra point coming up, puts 20 points on the board for Summit. Coming in inside a minute in the first half, we see both teams' bands preparing themselves to perform their halftime shows. Look forward to seeing that. And with the extra point here, by Slugenhoff is good.
The kick is up, and it is good. 56 seconds remain in the first half.
So after the extra point, with 56 seconds left to go in the first half, Summit 23, Page, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got the replay up here. Again, another example of Ty Carter and Ethan Cash hooking up. Just a great pass, great catch. Kind of takes my attention off of announcing to you folks. But I'll try that again. 21-3 Summit, 56 seconds left in the first half. As we see again here, Perfect spiral. Just lays it right in the breadbasket to Ty Carter. Able to wash the ball in as he falls down and keeps possession and puts Summit up handedly, 21-3 in the first half. .56 seconds and 1 timeout left for Page. If they can get a positive outcome on this kickoff, should be plenty of time for them to get some type of points on the board. You know, if you're on that sideline of the Patriots, you definitely want to get some, if anything, momentum going into the locker room to start out the second half. So the kick is away. Another pooch going to bounce, and Burdick picks it up, takes it to the right side, trying to get some room. Looks like Christian Jolly there, number 31, and Jonathan Myers, both on the stop. So ball spotted on the 34. 49 seconds left to go. We'll see if Page decides to try to air it out and get down the field or play conservative and go into the halftime. But with Landingham by himself in the backfield, drops back to pass. Little bubble screen to the right side. Looks like that is Bubba Johnson. Actually, I'm not sure. It's actually number 10, Michael Burdick. Able to get a solid gain. And Tavion Hayes able to make the stop and prevent him from getting any more yards there. So after the chains move, clock's rolling. 1st and 10, Landingham drops back to pass. Looks like the same play. A little bubble screen to Burdick. Surging his way forward.
Play goes to number 10, Burdick. He's going to be tackled by.
A flag down on the play.
Number 55, Chance Charles. There's a flag on the field.
So we see there are 2 plays in a row going Burdick's way. Looks like they're waving off the flag, or trying to see what that call was. Nonetheless, it's 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line for Page. Burdick in motion, gets the give, finds a hole, and surges ahead up to about the 26-yard line. Enough to move the change and stop the clock momentarily. Van Landingham getting his guys together. A little bit of confusion there. Clock's rolling. 15 seconds. Landingham drops back to pass. Doesn't see what he likes. Rolls to the right. On the run. Throw was attempted to number 8. Pierce. The ball was ricocheted and picked off by Summit. That was Nick Johnson, looks like, able to come up with the interception. Let's see here what happened. Landingham was able to elude the rush. Gets off a pretty decent looking throw. Looks like that was Jatavion Hayes able to knock the ball loose. And Nick Johnson showing great awareness, able to pick up that interception. And boy, that is big. As Page was driving and able to pick up that turnover and not let them score any points, that's got to be crushing for the Page Patriots as well. Looks like Cash just trying to run the clock back out. And he does. So after the big turnover, keeping Page out of the end zone, we are at halftime. As Summit Spartans 21, Page 3. We will be back for the second half coverage of tonight's game of the week.
Hi, welcome to our Cat of the Week segment. I'd like you to meet Melvin. He is a 4-year-old male tabby. He's got a little cute collar with a bell on, and he is the official greeter here at our free roaming cat room at the shelter. Melvin is a lap cat. He's very friendly, would work out great in anybody's home. We have 22 cats in here right now that are looking for homes. Beautiful ones in every color of the rainbow. We've got the brown tabbies. We've got some black and whites, and we've got several out in the catio just watching the birds go by this morning. So if you'd like to meet one of our adoptable cats, come by the Williamson County Animal Center at 106 Claude Yates Drive and meet Mr. Melvin and all the other beautiful cats we have here for adoption. Hey, our dog of the week is a big bundle of joy named Zeke. Zeke's a big guy, about 65 pounds. He's 2.5 years old. We think he's kind of a boxer mix. Let's see if I can get him to turn around and tell you how handsome he is. Zeke's been spending some time at one of our volunteers' homes. He's played well with her other dogs. He's a little afraid of loud noises, and I would rule out a house with a lot of with small children because of that. So he could get along with your other dogs at your home, and we would want you to bring them over and meet him if you have other pets. So if you'd like to come see Zeke, we're at the Williamson County Animal Center. Oh, I forgot to say he loves to ride in the car and go to Sonic. So he's been around town a lot. You may have seen him at the drive-thru. You never know. So come see Zeke at the shelter, and we're at 106 Claude Yates Drive, right next to Franklin High School.
Welcome back. We are set to start the second half here at Summit High School. The Summit leading Page Patriots 21-3 going into this second half. Page had their chances. Turnovers and penalties costly, and Summit able to capitalize on those chances that were given by Page. As we take a look here at the end of that, the closing play of the first half, as Page was driving, Landingham, he forces himself out of the pocket, makes space, looks to be an accurate throw. His receiver was waiting on it. Hayes in there, able to jar the ball loose. Nick Johnson, keeping his wits about him, able to keep his eye on the ball, just like the coach always says. Gets the interception, big turnover picked up by the Spartans, stopping Page from getting any type of momentum going into the locker room. Interesting to know how the mood in that locker room of the Patriots. I'm sure the coaching staff came up with some good plans here, hopefully to get back into this game. But, you know, the Page is not number 3 5A football in the state for that. They're there for a reason, so we'll see what they can do here. The kick is off, and we are underway here in the second half. Hayes receives it into the end zone, negates any type of return, so we'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line where the Spartans will begin the first drive here of the second half. As I mentioned, both of these teams ranked in the top 10 in the state in 5A football. Page at number 3 and Summit sneaking in the top 10 at number 8. Both looking to be potential playoff teams, and might end up being a playoff type game as it turns out tonight. We'll see what happens as the first down give is to Carter. On the outside, gets a short gain. There's a flag on the field, and judging by where that flag is located, might be going back. So with the holding call, Be a 10-yard penalty. Move it back to the 10-yard line where we will replay first down. I might have missed the spot there, so it looks like it's going to be on the 12-yard line. So after the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 18 for Summit. So if you're Page, you know that what type of offense Coach Coleman is. You see there on the sidelines getting his plays out to his team. We know they're going to want to try to run the ball. And we'll see if Page can keep Ty Carter and Odumegwu in the running game of Summit intact. But as we see here, Ty Carter breaking free, nothing but green grass in front of him, showing off that speed. Very quickly, 40 seconds into the first drive, second half, Summit with a touchdown. Ty Carter, looks like that's an 88-yard run. And very quickly, just like that, puts Summit up another 6 points. Wow, Carter they got the give, saw a little hole, made the best of it. And there was no chance the Page secondary were going to be able to catch up to him. As we've seen before, if Ty Carter gets space in front of him, it's definitely going to be hard to catch him. As the PAT is up and good. So with a long touchdown run, that will put Summit up 28-3 early in the second half. So as we see here on the replay, a little shovel pitch to the left side. Carter was able to elude those two would-be tacklers, and with his blocking up front on the outside there, I wasn't able to pick up the receiver on the left side who picked up that block for him. But that opened up, let's see here. As he's going out to the left side, it looks like that was number 25, Holmes. Yes, Robert Holmes. They're on the edge to open that up, and Ty Carter used that to his advantage. Now, obviously, Page is no slouch. There's plenty of time left to go in this game, and we've seen bigger deficits overcome. So we'll see what they can do. You know, something that Page's coach said in the coaches show. You know, they have had problems against teams that are known for their speed on offense, and Summit definitely has that. And Coach Coleman from Summit counteracted that by saying, you know, we haven't really played a four-quarter type game, and with Page being so physical, so big and strong, you know, it's gonna be interesting to see if Summit's gonna be able to keep the foot on the gas and keep going forward, and see if they have enough depth to face this powerful offense of Page. You see a little squib kick there. That was number 19, JoJo Bruce, on the return. So Landingham and his Patriot offense set to go from the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Gives the ball up the middle to Bubba Johnson, and he is met and pushed back. Man, a little bit surprising to see, you know, Bubba Johnson not able to get going. He really hasn't gotten that momentum and going forward yet, and that's definitely kudos to the defense of Summit. Their front seven is not intimidated by it, and they're able to come up with stops. Page offense is going to have to come up with something different to get down the field here. So 2nd and 10 after the no gain. Landingham sends his receiver in motion, gets a swing pass out. Looks like that's number 10, Burdick. was able to get a few yards on the reception there. Able to use motion and has Burdick there on the outside trying to get some space. And Robert Holmes able to take him down. So here we are, 3rd and 7. Patriots trying to keep this drive going. Lanningham back to pass, forced out to the right, looks to the right. Looks like it was caught. That was Bubba Johnson able to recover and scoop the ball and keep it off the ground. Judging by the spot of the ball, it might be a nose of the football short. As we see on the replay here, looks like that was 31. See. From my angle there, it looks like he made the catch. As they bring the chains out. Sorry about that. I was trying to get Christian Jolly's name out of my mouth as him and Robert Holmes were able to force Lanningham out of the pocket. But yet the QB able to make a strong throw on the run and finding his receiver, making a great catch. So it looks like about a half a football length away from the first down, and Page is deciding to go for it, which I don't really think they have any other choice. Really need to keep this drive going. Looks like we have an official timeout. See what, trying to situate everything out there. So 4th and 1 at the 46-yard line. Page with the ball, trying to keep this drive going. Give to Bubba Johnson. It's like an ISO play up the middle. We'll see where they spot the ball. And he was able to power forward and move the chains. He was stopped at first at the initial contact at the line of scrimmage, but able to power forward and get the first down. As we see here, he just keeps those legs turning and gets the first down, able to keep this drive moving for the Patriots. First and 10. Give to Johnson to the right side, and he is forced out of the bounds just past the line of scrimmage. And in the backfield, we have a flag, and that usually means that is going to be going against the offense. We would really hate to see that against Page, having them going backwards after they're trying to get something going in their first possession of the second half. Not going to have very many chances if they're going to want to get back into this game. Penalties are definitely a no-no and want to keep out of their plan of action, so to speak. These two teams have played each other 5 times. After we waited on the penalty, we see that it was holding on Page. And then after the play, there's a personal foul on Summit. So after the penalties, still going to be first down for Page here. But as I was saying, these teams have played each other 5 times, and Page is leading the series 5-0. Going to have to find something going here so they can make it 6-0. So 1st and 9, 48-yard line. Lanningham rolling to his left, lobs it over the middle and overshoots his receiver. That was number 10, Burdick. It's a good-looking play there. Burdick had space there against Ty Carter.
The ball at the Patriot 48-yard line.
Lenningham just a little bit too far there, but it looked showing off his arm, running across his body on the run. That's probably about a 25 to 30-yard pass. So Lenningham definitely has an arm. He can uncork one and has the receiving core to do it. See if they lean towards that plan. So as the give up the middle to Bubba Johnson, finds a hole and shoestring tackle by Nick Johnson. Probably saved a touchdown there because Bubba Johnson had nothing but green grass in front of him, and if he was able to get loose, he's probably staring at 6 points. As we see, great pull by the offensive line, and Nick Johnson able to untie Bubba's shoe there and bring him to the ground. So after a gain of 7, it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Patriots. As a fake handoff, Lenningham trying to go to the outside to the first down. He was met there by Jacob Douglas right at the first down marker, and judging by the spot, it looks like it's going to be short. As we see Lenningham trying to get to the outside. And Jacob Douglas able to meet him there and force him out of bounds before he could get to the first down. So once again, the Patriots are facing a 4th and 1. And Lenningham looking to the right, trying to find his receiver on the outside. And that is swatted by number 31. That is Jolly, excuse me. Christian Jolly there. Great awareness, able to leave his feet and stick that paw out there and knock the ball down. As you see, good defense, great coverage by Summit defense too. Looked like number 52, Zach Claus, was there if Jolly wasn't able to get a hand on that ball to make a stop. So after another defensive stop by Summit, they regain possession of the ball. Well, 1st and 10, give to Odemegwu. Picks up about 3. So they're pushing the ball up towards midfield here. We're in the 3rd quarter. Summit leading 28-3 with 7 minutes left to go.
2nd down 7.
Page needing a big stop to keep this train slowing down. That is the Summit offense. Boy, they have continued to show week in and week out that they are no slouch and have so many different tools and tricks up their sleeve in their play repertoire, and has been difficult to stop by multiple defenses so far this year. So we have a timeout called by Summit. Doesn't look like Coach Coleman liked what he saw by his offense. So they're going to talk it over and see what they can come up with. And back to the last drive that Page had. My eyes have been deceiving me. Want to give these guys credit. They're working hard. The catch that was made, that was scooped up from the ground, was number 13 by Page. That is Miles Bond come up with the catch there. Keeping that drive going, but then it was also stopped by Summit. So after the timeout, 2nd and 7. Summit with the ball at the 47-yard line. Going to be the give to Peyton Craig to the right side. Number 24, picking up the first down. Looks like have a quarterback change for that play. Number 17, Sam Durham into the game, the senior quarterback. So it looks like they're giving Cash a rest. So 1st and 10 after the run by Craig. Durham with the pitch. And that was Odemegwu. And number 75 Harris for Page with the stop. A little bit of personnel change noticing there by Summit. See what they can come up with that. So after a gain of 3, it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for Summit. Durham under center. Rolls to the left, and he's going to keep it. Looks like a design quarterback keeper. Gets to the edge and is not able to get anything out of it, maybe a yard or two. Burdick, number 10, and a committee of Patriots defenders able to come in on the stop. So he was able to pick up about 2, maybe a yard and a half. Bring up 3rd and 6 at the 39-yard line of Page. Two receivers to his right. Durham takes the snap. Handoff give to Odemegwu. Met at the line of scrimmage and is taken down with nowhere to go. That was number 73, Daniel Vaughn, leading the tackle on the play. And so it's going to be 4th and 5 for Summit. And as of right now, they are keeping their offense on the field. The ball's on the 39-yard line. Might be too far for Sloganoff to kick a field goal. And with the clock moving, why not keep it going? So 4th and 5. Durham barking out some calls. Might be a little bit confusion as the play clock winds down to 0. It's going to be delay of game. Looks like they were maybe given room for a punt. And it looks like that's exactly what they did. Not a bad call there.
Number 10, Michael Burdick drops back for the Patriots.
So Burdick is back deep for the Patriots to receive the punt. And see what.
Sideline warning called against the Patriots.
Flag over there by the sideline of the Patriots, and it's going to be a sideline warning. So after the delay of game, it's going to be 4th and 10. The ball's going to be at the 44-yard line. And Sloganoff going to punt it away. It's an end-over-end punt. Picked up by Burdick. Looks like the ball was forced out. They were able to recover it for the Patriots. We also have a flag down at the 15-yard line. There was a big hit there at that side. I don't know if it was some type of illegal block or what it was, but it looked like clean football. It was a great hit. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, it looks like it was blocking the back. Looks like the Patriots player was just a smidge too late of getting that block in and ended up getting his back. So with that penalty, ball's going to go half a distance to the goal line as the officiating crew gets everything situated to get started for the Patriots' possession here, as we are inside 4 minutes of the third quarter. Summit leads 28-3 over the Patriots. So with their backs against their goal line, the Patriots have the ball at the 8-yard line, looking to get something going. Bubba Johnson goes to the hip of Landingham, and he gets the ball and gets a hole and is free. Big stiff arm, and he keeps going. He gets up to about the 50-yard line, make it the 49. Finally, Bubba Johnson is able to use his power and his speed and show it in the open field. Gets good blocking up front by that physical offensive line. And Bubba just says, we're going to be that close to our end zone. I'll get us away from it, and he does. Big stiff arm there. That's a big run, big play for Page. As first down, Landingham going to the right, pulls it in, and able to get a positive gain to the right side, almost to the first down. Looked like his receivers were going to the left, pulled the defenders of Summit that way, and had a free open lane to the right side to get a positive gain, since his receiving reads were not there. So after a positive gain, 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line of Summit, Page has the ball. Going to be a give to Burdick. He finds himself a hole, powers forward, makes it up to about the 31-yard line, but we also have a flag on the play. Once again, looks like a hold on Page, judging by the spot of the flag. Time and time again this evening, Page keeps shooting themselves in the foot, if you pardon my pun there, and 2 steps forward, 1 step back, it seems like, for them after they get a good drive started. The big run by Bubba Johnson, backed up to their goal line, and then costly penalty.
It remains 2nd down.
So
And about 13.
it will stay 2nd down, and with the penalty, looks about to be 13 yards to gain. 40-yard line is the line to gain for the first down. As the clock is running, and we are 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Landingham puts Bubba in motion, fakes it to him, drops back, looking deep, fires the ball down the field, had a man open, and there's a flag. Looked like it was Tavion Hayes, had the tail end of the shirt of Pierce, and that's going to get called every time. Seemed to be like he knew he was beat, wanted to keep up with him to prevent the touchdown, because that was a great pass by Landingham. Pierce had plenty of separation from Hayes, and that was 6 points if Hayes did not commit the penalty, but maybe you'd rather take the penalty than give up 6 points.
It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic
So
first down. The ball spotted at
with the
the
free 15 yards, the Patriots will have the ball 1st and 10 on the Summit 37-yard line. So again, Landingham showing off his arm. See if they'll let him uncork a few here, being down, trying to come back into this game. As of now, Bubba Johnson's going to get the ball, going to the left side, finds a seam.
number 3, Johnson.
He's forced out of the bounds by number 8 by Summit. That's Chandler Alexander. close to the first down. Looks like it was about the 20, 19-yard line. As we see here, great pull by the offensive line going to the left. Big number 75 there for Page. That was Jonathan Harris, showing off the athleticism, getting downfield, blocking for his tailback. So after a solid gain by Johnson, it's going to bring up 2nd and 1, the 29-yard line of Summit. 2 receivers to the right, has a bunch receiver to the left, does Landingham. Rolling to the right, has a receiver open, tiptoes in. That was number 2, Quade Lamont. Able to keep his toes in bounds. His momentum brought him back. Not sure if they, and they do. The chains are moving, they gave him the forward progress. So far, Page taking advantage of defensive laps by Summit and the penalties and trying to capitalize on it. 7 points here is big if they're wanting to get back into this game. The first down handoff to Bubba Johnson, straight up the middle. Dives ahead, makes it to about the 24-yard line. Good solid first down run by Bubba. As we see here, just lowering that head and able to leave his feet and squirm ahead for positive yards. So 2nd down, Landingham rolling to his right. Throws the ball up and it is caught by Burdick. Great pass, great catch by Page there. Burdick able to go up and get it. Battling against number 32, that was Jacob Douglas. Burdick was able to use his positioning and get in front and make a good catch and hold on to the ball. So after a solid game, it's going to bring up 1st and goal for Page. At the 2-yard line, Bubba Johnson up the middle. Makes it back to the line of scrimmage. So Jonathan Myers able to come up with the tackle. The first one to meet Bubba Johnson at least. If you're Page, you got to think that Summit's expecting Johnson to get the ball at the middle. We'll see if they do some motion or get the ball outside a little bit. As they don't, and that's why I'm up here calling the games, because Bubba Johnson's in for the score. Gaping hole there on the right, off the right guard too as well. Great positive drive by Page, able to drop the ball downfield. Great showcase by Landingham's arm as well. And with helps from Burdick and Pierce, as well as the hard running by Bubba Johnson. Patriots are a point attempt away from cutting it to 18. The kick is up and it is good. So Strimler with the extra point, as we see here on the touchdown play, almost fumbled. I didn't see that when it was live, but as Johnson was going to get the ball from Landingham, looks like it kind of stuck a little bit to his hip, but able to regain possession and get the touchdown. So with 41 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, Summit leads Page 28-10. So 18 points, a whole quarter left to play. Very, very doable if you're Page. Just have to come up with some stops on the defensive end, or the defensive side of things. Not necessarily just the defensive end, but obviously you would like to get stops there as well. That last drive by Summit, we saw the backup quarterback Durham in the game. See if he stays out on the field. You know, that second half, that last touchdown pass by Cash, he was shaking up a little bit. Don't know if that has anything to do with it, but we wish him well and hope he is okay. But as we have Stremler with the kickoff, boots it deep. Jatavion Hayes takes it from the goal line. Switches, reverses his feet, goes out to the right side. Stiff arm and able to get to about the 25-yard line, turning into a positive gain. Great return. Showing a little bit of strength and resistance to go down himself. So Brady Buckley, number 4 for the Patriots, able to force Hayes out of bounds as we see him take it from the goal line. Sees nothing going on that left side and able to reverse his direction, swing it all the way to the right and getting a positive outcome of it. So the ball at the 25-yard line, Summit starts here, 1st and 10. It's Durham with the pitch to Carter going to the left side. Able to follow behind a couple blockers and find a little hole. Looks like he made it to around the 30 to 31-yard line. Number 33, Nick Hurd there with the tackle. So with the 5-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 5 as the clock hits 0 here in the 3rd quarter. So the 4s go up. We are heading into the 4th quarter. Summit leading Page 28-10. Game far from over, folks. This is turning in to be a good game, especially if Page is able to stay tough on defense and hold Summit's running game, because you have to think that they're going to want to keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock running. Let's take this game home. But judging by that last drive of Page, they're not going to let him go down easily. So I'm excited. I hope you are to see this 4th quarter action here at Summit High School. Sun is down. We have clear skies, a little bit of coolness in the air. I like it. Makes it very comfortable up here on the press box. And nothing better than great weather and great football. There during the halftime, we had both bands from each school with their performances, both very impressive and did a great job able to keep the folks here entertained during halftime. So 2nd and 5 here for Summit at the 31-yard line. Durham with the give to Carter. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage, reverses his way out to the left side. Almost breaks free. Number 44 on the tackle there. That was Satterfield, Jackson Satterfield on the tackle. There's a great tackle by Satterfield of keeping Carter short of the 1st down. So with about a 3-yard gain, bring up 3rd and 2 at the 34-yard line. See if Page can come up with a big stop, regain possession of the ball as Carter takes it left, wide, big hole, and gets the 1st down. Number 23, Luke Bowers leading the tackling by Page. So after the 1st down run, as we see here, great blocking up front. It was number 25, Robert Holmes, leading the way, and then the great push by the tackle on the outside. So Eld Meglu on 1st down. A solid first down run. It's so hard to keep up with containing these running backs of Summit. You know, you have the speed and flashiness of Carter, and then you have to worry about him, and then all of a sudden here comes George Odemegwu, young sophomore, able to do the same. And Peyton Craig, you know, these guys, you know, they have a great, as we see a little pretty double handoff there. so many different things that they can do at their disposal with that offense. And Page is doing the best they can to contain it, which is just what they're going to need to do if they're going to want a chance to get back in this game, as the clock is running. Just inside 10 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Third and 2. Durham with the pitch to the left side. That is Odemegwu. Gets the first, excuse me, that was Ty Carter. Gets the first down and a few more. I saw the 3 and I automatically said it was Odemegwu. Sorry about that. Carter able to pick up the first down. Odemegwu was in there on a great block though, as Carter gets it on to the left side and gets a first down. And Ty gets a breather as Peyton Craig comes into the game as a single back. Durham has 2 receivers to the right. To give to Craig on the right side. Fights his way forward. And late flag coming in the backfield. See what the call is. So Page is called with an unsportsmanlike conduct, which you never like to see. So 15-yard penalty there. So after the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 at the Patriot 41-yard line for Summit as they get everything situated. Staying loose on the sideline as we see some Summit players down there. So as the officials discuss what's going to go on here, we will see what they can come up with. So as I mentioned earlier, Summit averaging 40-plus points a game. They, aren't there yet now, but they have outscored their opponents 187-82, and just showing that here again tonight, their high-powered offense. So, just got word there's another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by Page, and the player looks like he will be asked to leave the game. So after they've gotten everything settled there, Spartans will have 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line of the Pats. Here we go. Durham under center. Looks like the ball was loose. Page thinks they have it. We'll see what happens. Boy, this would be a big turn of events. Well, after the fumble snap, the Spartans were able to pick it up, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Durham under center. He is flanked in the backfield by 2 tailbacks. Pitch to the left. That's Peyton Craig. And he is met at the 15 and is pushed by his offensive line, trying to get him a little bit more. And once again, there is another flag down on the play. The holding on Summit. 10 yards backwards for them. Seems to be a lot of flags thrown tonight on both sides, keeping those referees busy. So after the penalty, it'll be 2nd down and 20 at the 30-yard line. Durham the give to Odomegu. He is met and brought down by a committee of Page defenders. Great push up front by them. And no gain, maybe even a loss on the play. So after a great stand by Page on the 2nd down play, we bring up 3rd and 20 for Summit at the 30-yard line of Page. Clock is moving. We are at 7 minutes left to go in regulation. Durham with the snap pitch to Craig on the left side, and once again he is met, and it was a short gain. He was met first by number 73. That was Vaughn again, and followed up by a gang tackle by Page. So after a gain of 3, bring up 4th down for Spartans. And offense is still on the field, for now at least. See what they decide to do. The clock is still running. It looks like they might be letting the play clock run down again and to punt the ball away. That's one way to keep the clock going. So Coach Coleman calling a timeout there. So 6:06 left to go here in the game. 28-10, the Summit lead. Got the Page faithful over there, still into this game, trying to get behind their team, as well as the always exciting Summit student section. So with 4th and 18, ball at the 28-yard line, looks like Schlagenhoff is going to attempt a field goal here. Around a 45-yard field goal. He made an upper 40s field goal against Nolensville, I believe. Now the snap is down, the kick is away, and looks to be short. Not a bad kick there by Schlagenhoff. Just didn't get enough boot under it. So with 6:01 left to go, Page will take over at the 28-yard line. Down by 18, so that's 3 possessions. They could still make something happen. They have all 3 timeouts. Summit only has 1. They had a great drive on their scoring play last drive, and we'll see what they can come up with here. So ball at the 20. 1st and 10 for Page. Slinningham looks left, There's a swing pass to the left side to Burdick and gets positive gain, pushed out of bounds.
Pass goes to number 10. Burdick. He'll be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Looks like around the 25-yard line. So 2nd down and 5 for Page. We have a couple whistles going on the field. We'll see what the stoppage is. As the referees get everything situated. As teams are huddling up, we'll see what the 2nd down play is. So next week, Page will be playing Lincoln County. They'll be hosting them. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. After this game here. And see what the holdup is here. So it looks like we got everything situated out on the field. Clock's running, 5.5 minutes left to go in the game. And Page here on 2nd down. Lanningham in shotgun. Sends a man in motion, that's Burdick. Give is to Bubba Johnson, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Looks like that was number 33. That's Braden Stem in there on the tackle. Great penetration up front, and he was untouched and making a big stop for Summit. So 3rd and about 8. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left of Lanningham. Rolls out to his right, looks at the sidelines, pass is caught by number 2, that's Lamont, and he is free a little bit, has some space, and he makes it up to about the 45-yard line. 1st down for Page. Once again, Van Lanningham showing his ability to throw off the run. Pretty, accurate, perfect spot where only his receiver could catch it. And Lamont showing his ability to run after the catch, so brings up 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Lanningham looks to the right, finds his receiver, that's Pierce. Able to stay on his feet enough to make it close to the 1st down. Looks like he did. And 2 plays in a row, the chains are moving. Able to elude the tacklers. And finally, that's number 7, Jatavion Hayes, able to force him out of bounds. So with the 1st down and being out of bounds, the clock is stopped at 4:26. 1st down for the Patriots. Lanningham looking to his left, that's Burdick. Catches it, starts on the inside and then swings it back out to the right. And it looks like the chains will be moving once again. Sense of urgency, it looks like, from the Patriots. A little no huddle look, but now the clock's stopped. You see Burdick there able to use his vision and put it out to the outside where he has room to run. So after that gain, it's 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lanningham back to pass. And it is swatted. So with that tip, incompletion, is able to stop the clock. And with Page moving, they are driving very well so far. This drive, and probably would be happy if it happened before now, but nonetheless, they are looking sharp. So on 2nd and 10, The give to Bubba Johnson. Comes free and powers ahead to the outside. Knocked out of bounds, close to the first down. And number 34 from Summit, that's Max Meeker, able to force him out of bounds. As we just see again, the ability of Johnson just to bounce off of people and use his power to continuously get positive yards. So after a gain of 8, it's 3rd and 2. Johnson again on the right tackle and gets that first down. So as they move the chains, the clock will be stopped. Page hurrying up to the line, getting their play together. Ball at the 19 in the red zone, Summit territory. Lanningham drops back to pass, looking left, deep to the end zone in the corner, and it's caught. And the officials make it official, and it is a touchdown. Looks like that was number 8. Yes, it was. That was Will Pierce. Great drive by Will Pierce. 3 catches and a touchdown. Lanningham threw that ball, and at first it looked risky with the double coverage, but he put it right in the back corner of the end zone where only Pierce could catch it. Stayed with it, used great hand-eye coordination, and was able to come down with it. And with that touchdown, missed extra point held by Burdick, up by Strimmer. That is it's going to be 17 points for Page, so 28-17, inching closer. As we see here, Lanningham going up and just putting it perfectly right for Pierce to catch it. Nice back shoulder pass. Trying to fight for it there, but it was only where your receiver can catch it, and it's just what you want to see if you're Page. Here it is once again. I want to try to see who was in that coverage there for Summit. It was decent coverage, and it looks like that was number 4, Zemanski. Trying to work hard to get that ball free, but Pierce was not having it. So Page with 2 solid drives, past two possessions they've had, coming up with touchdowns. Might be a little bit too late. Game's never over. With 3.5 minutes left to go. But if you're the Page coaching staff, you've got to be pleased with the way your teams come out of the locker room and taking advantage of some of Summit's mistakes, taking advantage of good things happening for your offense, and not turning the ball over. And that costly interception that was kind of unlucky for Page at the end of the first half might have put a staple into the outcome of this game, or at least the momentum. But we'll see if Page has anything up their sleeve here on the kickoff. They have any trickerations or something to keep Summit off guard. And it looks like it's a onside kick, and it is recovered by Page. Nick Johnson not able to control the ball. And wow, Page able to recover it. And as of right now, it looks like it's going to be Page football. Then again, the officials are discussing it. We'll see what happens. See if we can see something on the replay. Great bounce. And it was recovered, but it sounds like there was a procedure call against the Patriots on the kickoff. I don't know if that may have been the way they were lined up. They had their kicker in the back, and then number 20 who kicked the ball. That was Hellenthal. had two people in motion that might not have, it might be a no-no, but that is one rule I am not aware of. Nonetheless, they will do it again. And that's heartbreaking if you're the Patriots. Big, big chance that they had on that onside kick. And now they're going to have to do it again and hope for the same. Do you kick it right back to Nick Johnson? We'll see what they decide to do. As Summit is showing somewhat of a prevent kickoff return look, just in case. Once again, it's an onside kick, and it wasn't able, the ball wasn't able to go 10 yards. So, with that, Summit will take the ball at the 40-yard line with 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to go here in regulation. So that the onside kick looked good from the start, just took an unlucky bounce backwards. It was not able to make it the 10 yards that it's about to go before the Patriots can make contact with it. There's always an upside to everything, and that was a good discipline by Page not touching the ball and recognizing that the ball did not go that 10 yards. So at the 40-yard line of Page, Summit has the ball, 1st and 10. Onamegu in motion, joins Carter in the backfield with Durham under center. Pitch to Carter. Goes out to the right side. Keeps going. Tiptoes down the sideline. Looks like about a gain of 6 or 7 there on the run. A little bit of motion by Summit. Onamegu leading the blocking for Carter, as he was able to keep his feet in bounds. Wow, great job by Carter on that run, getting a gain of 8. So after the run, it is 2nd down and 2 for the Spartans. Durham sending a man in motion, and whistles blow. Play clock making it to 0. It's going to be a delayed game against Summit. So a 5-yard penalty is going to bring them back. And we'll do 2nd down again. This time 7 yards to gain for the 1st down. Be a big time for Page to get a turnover, as the play clock running down again, 2, and they're able to get the snap off as Carter up the middle, able to get it back to the line of scrimmage before the penalty. But as I was saying, if you're Page, got to be looking to strip the ball away on this drive. Anything you can do to get another possession and keep Summit out of the end zone, as the clock is ticking down to 3 minutes here left in the 4th quarter. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 2 for the Spartans. Durham takes the snap, pitches to the right to Carter. He's able to find a hole, sneaking free, and he is free. Making it to the left side of the court of the end zone and touchdown, but we might be bringing it back once again, as there is a flag, and it is holding against Summit once again. So after another touchdown play or a big run, Summit's discipline on the offensive side as far as holding goes is looking to hurt them once again. Well, if you're the Patriots, you'd like to see that. Definitely want to get another chance here on 3rd down to make a stop. And we have an injured Patriot there at the side of the end zone as we take a break on the field. And he is up and running off the field under his own power. Let's take a look and see if we can find out who was called for that. Yeah, right there on the right side. That was looks like that was number 70, Davis there, with the oops. Well, Summit's offense has proven in the past that doesn't really matter how far out they are. They have the big play potential. So ball placed on the 43-yard line, 3rd and long for the Spartans. Durham under center, he pitches it. That's Carter going out to the left side, and he is met, and he almost breaks free. Jacob Goins able to stop him there for a moment. And then eventually he was stopped. As we see this here again, the tenacity of Ty Carter, not being a huge back. He just has strength. He just has sheer strength, and he's able to use his speed and elusiveness to make it happen. So he gained 6 on that play. It's going to bring up around 4th and 7, 4th and 8, as we are at 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here at Summit High School. As both teams go over with their plans for this 4th down play. You'd like to get a 4th down stop if you're paid, so you can have one more shot at getting some points on the board. So as we are nearing the end of tonight's game, WCTV's Game of the Week next week is going to be Franklin and Centennial. We're bringing you coverage for that game as well. It'll be a regional 6A game. So as Patriots are here to receive the punt. So forward roll. Burdick waits to pick it up, picks it up, hit hard there on the sideline. Takes a shot by number 5. Looks like that was Weldon. Looks like that was Weldon alongside his buddy there. Let's see who that was. I'm not sure who it was, but it was great defense. Looked like number 35. Schlagenhoff, actually. And the kicker lanes of wood in there. So 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. The Patriots have the ball with 2 minutes left to go in the game. Looking to get down the field quickly here, as Landingham is forced out of the pocket of the right side, just able to throw the ball away. Nick Johnson applying the pressure and the hit on the quarterback. So a few times tonight, Nick Johnson's able to get in the backfield for the Spartans. He also had a big game last week too, against Columbia on the defensive side. So after the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Pierce, a little bubble screen, able to pick up a few yards on the play. Wasn't able to get out of the bounds, so the clock is still running. Once again, Nick Johnson in there for the tackle. Landingham by himself in the backfield, and he is sacked. Looks like that was Zach Claus. He was trying to get rid of the ball, and even if he did, it doesn't look like he made it past the line of scrimmage. I think that's what the officials are discussing. Landingham was trying not to get sacked, trying to make something work. And so with the flag waved off, it is going to be an incomplete pass. So 4th and 10. Looks like Page is going to bring their offense back out on the field. Trying to make something work here with 1:27 left to go in the game. Down by 11. Landingham in shotgun, empty back. Up the middle to Pierce. It's caught, trying to make his way to the first down, and does. Now just trying to get out of bounds, and does as well. So great awareness and smarts shown by Pierce there. And we have a late flag over on the Page sideline. Looks like some tempers were flaring up there, but let's look at this pass here by Landingham. This is a bullet across the middle. Great pass and great catch. Being able to stay with it was Pierce. And as mentioned before, trying to get to the first down, some extra yards, and then using his brain to get to the out of bounds and stop the clock. Just a great all-around football play there. So with the extracurricular activities after the play over on the sideline, the referees are going to be they're discussing what they're going to call and what they're going to decide to do as far as spot of the ball, who the penalty's against, and if you're Page, you really do not want that ball going backwards. Still are late in the game, but crowd has not thinned out that much. Everyone for both teams still here supporting each other and enjoying some football. Always good to see. We'll get the call here from the referees.
After the play, dead ball. Personal foul against Page.
So we got a couple unsportsmanlike conducts against each team.
Offsetting.
And they both are going to offset, so
Preparing to stand. Page is off at the 32-yard.
it's definitely that's good if you're Page. You don't lose your down, you don't lose field position, and you get to keep going here. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Landingham with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's flanked by Bubba Johnson. Drops back, he's pressured, tries to get away from the bum rush by Summit, and he is sacked. Looks like that was number 55.
Second down, 18.
Chance Jarrett's in there again. It's the second sack that he has tonight. At least he's had a couple tackles for loss. So good game by that young man as well. So Page calls their second timeout. And the ball at the 25-yard line. With 1:07 left to go in this regional matchup. And I would like to think that these two teams will probably end up seeing each other again down the road, maybe in some postseason action. And I can tell you what, I would love to see that game. Both teams very competitive tonight. Page showing that they're, never say die attitude, and still trying to drive right now with a minute left to go and score. It'd be a good rematch. Nonetheless, here this evening, Page, after the sack, lost 8. It's going to be 2nd and 18. Lanningham back to pass again. He's pressured and dumps it over the middle to his running back, Bubba Johnson. Once again, the Summit defense loading up the box and just filling in those A-gaps and just bringing pressure. Not going to make it easy for Page to get it to the end zone. Lanningham looking to the left, caught by Pierce, runs out of bounds for the first down. So that will stop the clock with 43 seconds left to go. So it looks like a similar look here for Page again. The 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Flanked by Johnson, who comes out and picks up a good block. Gives Lanningham some space, gets up to midfield, crosses midfield, and is hit hard by Ty Carter as he's going out of bounds. Better be careful. Good thing he got him before he was out of bounds. Might have been a close call there, but he's able to get the first down. So Lanningham showing that he does have wheels of his own. And Ty Carter showing his dual threat ability on the defensive side, being able to lay some lumber out a little bit. I definitely wouldn't want to be on that side of a hit. So after the first down, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Summit. Page with the ball. A blitz again. Christian Jolly with the pressure, breaks free. And Lanningham is able to get rid of the ball, but it didn't look like there was any receivers around, and they're going to call him for it. Intentional grounding. Nothing he could do there, but Jaros and Jolly in there with the pressure. Just able to find holes in the gaps and get to the quarterback. So with the intentional grounding, it's going to be a loss of down. Second down and 25. Ball batted at the line. So it's incomplete. Looks like Jera's in there again, applying the pressure. So 3rd and long coming up for the Patriots at their own 43-yard line. They need to get it to, it looks like the 35, if they want to get a first down and keep the drive going. So empty set. Lanningham with 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Pressured again, looking deep. Ball comes loose. Scooped up by Summit. And into the end zone is number 25, Robert Holmes. The Summit defense is showing us that the offense isn't the only ones that can score points, as you get Robert Holmes there for a scoop and score. Lanningham was pressured, kind of got caught with the holding the ball a little loosely away from his body and poked out very nicely. And Summit defense having a great game tonight, able to counteract the high-powered offense of Page. And Page just didn't have an answer for it. So pinning this extra point, we have 11 seconds left to go in this game. So with a good extra point, it's Summit leading Page 35-17. So let's take a look here who got that ball loose. In fact, that was number 52, Zach Claus able to shed his blocker and get in there and knock that ball loose. Robert Holmes there with the scoop and score. Well, Page showed effort, had their backs against the wall, trying to make a drive out of it, and just weren't able to do it. Summit just continues to show the speed and the agility and just all the different types of things they can do on offense, from the quarterback position, the tailbacks, tight ends, everything. And with a smaller offensive line, they don't play like it. And they're able to show great pull up front, and we're able to keep Page's front seven handled, and which is something that other teams so far this year have not been able to do against Page's defense, as well as Page's high-powered, very large, strong offensive line. Bubba Johnson, like we've mentioned before, one of the best running backs, top 3 in my opinion, in the county and state, just hasn't, had a couple busted a few runs out, but just wasn't his night tonight, and that's all credit due to Summit's defense. Just an all-around great game by the Spartans, as the kick is a little squibber, and it's juggled by number 19. That it looks like that is JoJo Bruce. Page was able to recover it.
5 seconds remaining in the game.
So with this game, this will put Summit 3-0 in the region. Page will be 1-1. Move Page to 4-2 and Summit at 5-1. Both teams getting in heavy into their district play, so got great games coming up for both teams, and I still believe both teams will be at the top of their district. So Page will just take a knee. Clock running down to 0 after a very, very hard-fought game tonight by both teams. Colts Coleman and his Spartans come up victorious as both teams meet at midfield to shake hands. Final score here at Summit High School: Summit 35, Page 17. We'll see you next week on WCTV's Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us.